Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, James Wormley. Yes, we gonna get into James Wormley. Hotel, black owned hotel back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Not 19 something, 18 something back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to do, man. This is crazy because in my head I was like, yo, everything will be cool. We just did the WrestleMania episode. We talked about Douglas Wilder. Have fun. The Lakers are in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because it was supposed to be just a clean sweep, right? That was the talk. The talk was if LeBron can, without his help, can get past the first round, and the mindset was KD was going to be there. Do we now put him on the same level? Do we pass Jordan? First and foremost, let me say something before we get really serious. Stop. We just saw Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson movie made well over its budget. Made all its money back. Before the weekend, mind you, before the weekend hit, made his money back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because we love to hear people go, you think Usher's better than Michael Jackson? You think Chris Brown's better than Michael Jackson? You think Beyonce's better than Michael Jackson? You think The Weeknd is better than Michael Jackson? You think Drake is better than Michael Jackson? 2 days. 2 days. They didn't count Saturday and Sunday. They counted Wednesday night, Thursday, summer Friday, not Friday night, daytime Friday. Money made back. Money made back. And then some. Dudes is out here dancing in the aisleway while the movie's on. All of a sudden, the rise in social media music of Michael Jackson and videos of Michael Jackson. Everybody and their mama want to break down the movie and tell you the behind the scenes stories and what didn't get shown. Everybody's all of a sudden a Michael Jackson historian. They know all about Mike. All of a sudden, right? There's scenes in this movie that are pulled straight from what we grew up watching, where people would faint when Mike was around. Gang members felt giddy when Mike was around. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that competition. We can't have that conversation. We can't have that comparison anymore. There is no one like Michael Jackson. Now, you on what that got to do with this? Michael Jordan's the same way. I saw somebody go, people live off of the hypothetical if Mike stayed, if Mike did this, if Mike did that. Man, just admit it. He didn't. Let's deal with reality. Well, let's deal with reality. The reality is Mike went through the bumps and bruises, the bottom of the barrel, scraped to get his team to the playoffs from his rookie year. 8th seed, went against Hall of Fame Celtics. All them dudes was on the starting lineup, was Hall of Fame bound. The game Jordan got 63. What's his name? Rolando Woolridge was the only other person that had anything close to him, and that was 20-some points, if not just 20. Right? I think 23 points. The next person had double digits, had 10 points. So that's 33 points with his 63. You know what I'm saying? That gives you 96 points. And you go, yo, that was what he had. Mike had no help. Mike had, like, you could talk what you want to talk about Woolridge being in the All-Star game. Bill Cartwright was in the All-Star game. We don't even talk about that. Point is, Scottie Pippen comes, averages 7 points rookie year. That really wasn't help. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't help. Mike made Scotty. Again, I'm not here to talk about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but when you talk about, let me roll it back even more. The Celtics was decent. They were People forget that. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, the trade to get Parrish Smith. I mean, not Parrish Smith. That's the rapper. Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish was traded, like Bill Laimbeer was traded. You know what I'm saying? To get Robert Parrish, then they go on that historic run. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. During all of this, Isaiah Thomas is going through the bumps and bruises. Didn't want to be in Detroit. Turned Detroit into a national treasure when it comes to basketball. We know of the Detroit Pistons for no other reason than the bad boy era. If the bad boy era doesn't exist, we don't really rock with the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit Pistons would have been like the LA Clippers. The Detroit Pistons would have been like the Sacramento Kings before Chris Webber and them got there. Excuse me, Mitch Richmond. No disrespect to you. I'm just saying. Before Chris Webber and Jay Will and Turkaloo and Divox and all of them, won't nobody think about Sacramento for real. And they're still eating off of that. You know what I mean? The Detroit Pistons are still eating off of Isaiah Thomas and the bad boy era. The Chicago Bulls was still, by the time Derrick Rose got there, they were still eating off of the fame of the 6 championships given to you, won by Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? That's you can't take that away. Cleveland could have been in that situation and people go, well, you know what I'm saying, the management ain't cared. They had people. The problem wasn't that they didn't have the people. The problem was the vibe wasn't there. The vibe is what did it. They had people. They had guys who was getting points. And then when they went to Cleveland, because you had to defer, you had to tone it down. When he went to Miami, D. Wade had to defer and fall back. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, snap. Y'all know this dude, so boom, there you go. That's how you do that. That's why we do that. That's why he here. Make sure he's straight. D. Wade already got a joint. He like, well, shoot, at least I'm going to get another one. Possibly get another one. Ended up getting 3. Your boy LeBron didn't live that life like Jordan lived that life. He went a completely different road. You know what I'm saying? Jordan shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and ifs are legitimate because that's what we always thought. In the 2000s, we was thinking that, man, look, if the Chicago management wouldn't have jerked them dudes, man, they could have still probably at least got one more in 99 and closed out the decade. You know what I mean? That was our thought. You know, a lot of us not knowing what the behind the scenes are, and I'm not going to eat into the conspiracy theories. We were just sitting back like, yo, that's crazy, my man. And then he gonna try baseball, but his dad, he was a baseball player before he was a basketball player, and his dad was always like, yo, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? He's doing that for his pops. I get it. Then he came back. All the ifs in the world, that's the reality. LeBron doesn't have one of those in his chamber. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. What LeBron has done is a different beast than what Michael Jordan's done. The problem isn't that we're playing this game of shoulda, coulda, and woulda, and what ifs with Michael Jordan. We know what Michael Jordan did. That's the definition of what it is to be a winner. It defines that. You know what I'm saying? You went through the bumps and bruises with all the wildness that was there when you got there. They kind of moved them dudes out and brought you some other players y'all built. Y'all ran out here and got the chip on them. Boom, 3 chips on them. Boom, you retire. You come back to your same team in the next full season. That starts to run up a whole new 3-peat. That's cemented. That's there. That is something that if you say it on TV, that's a TV movie moment. That ain't reality, but it was reality. We all lived it. A lot of these dudes who's talking it, they ain't even lived. They're talking about it because through clips and Wikipedia and ESPN, we lived it. We watched that joint happen and went, oh snap. We watched dudes who were fans of the Pacers and the Knicks and the Heat, you know what I'm saying, go, oh, there he go. You can't replace that. You can't downplay that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron went a different route. LeBron was like, yo, I'm going to hook up with my mans and we going to all be in our prime. We going to get 2 chips. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to get another homie to come with me to the start who's already there. Stay there. We're going to go to the finals 4 years in a row over there. And I'm going to get a chip. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to L.A. I'm going to rock out. I get hurt. I come back. We don't even make the playoffs my first year out there. Boom. The second time we got some help. We get the chip. Boom, boom, bip. It ain't never really been good since. That's his career. That's his career. Now what we've done is started to negotiate the longevity factor. Well, I'm just saying, son, look how long he been in the game. Now there's a game 6. There's a game 6, which what looked like it should have just been a sweep. Now there's a game 6. If they lose and it goes to a game 7, it's really in jeopardy. If they win, it's like, how did we get here anyway? This man was up 3-0 and let this team with no stars come back. Just a bunch of young dudes hungry, trying to figure out what to do. Figured out what to do for 2 games, and they came back. It's now 3-2. You still, all you got to do is win that one more, but now the pressure is on you to win that one more. It can go horribly wrong. It can go horribly wrong. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Jordan at no point is going to let that happen. At no point. If the Wizards were to happen to have fell into the playoffs and they ended up 3-0 on the back because they didn't have home court advantage. I think they did have a good chance maybe at one point during the season, but they fall into the playoffs and they end up 3-0 on somebody. You might get that one win, but you definitely ain't going to get 2. Mike ain't going to let you get 2. Mike is going to will that. And it's going to be, and that would have been a whole nother piece into the legacy. LeBron doesn't have that vibe, son. And that's the thing. Y'all keep comparing these two dudes, and it's not fair. It's not fair to LeBron more than it's not fair to Jordan. Because Jordan's Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about LeBron, we still have to bring up Jordan. When we talk about Jordan, it's just Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's the younger dudes, it's the LeBrons, it's the Bron-sexuals. They got to throw his name up in there. I saw somebody, the famous move that he did in New York during the playoffs, where Oakley, and I think it was Oakley and Starks, and they thought they had him trapped on the baseline, and he came through and he dunked on Ewing. Oh man, I seen players do that. Like 5 players do that same play last week. Stop lying, bro. The average player in the NBA don't even want to play in the paint. The centers are shooting threes and jumpers. Don't nobody want to be in the paint. Why you even lying like that? Not only that, most dudes want to stop, dribble, 5 gathers. That ain't a walk because the ball's still spinning in my hand, even though I touched it twice with both hands, but it's still spinning, so that counts. Bounce, bounce. Yeah, come on, B. No, ain't nobody doing what Michael Jordan did on Patrick Ewing getting out that double team. Ain't nobody doing that. Not because they can't do it. It's just because the way the rules are now, dudes don't even attempt to try to just use footwork and ball control like that. Stop playing. Stop lying to yourself. I saw somebody else look at one of Jordan's layups. Man, everybody, man, there's kids out on the playground that's doing that. Then you pull up some joint from the 80s. Isaiah Thomas was doing those. Mo Cheeks was doing those. You know what I'm saying? No. Alex English was doing those. It's just Michael Jordan made it look cool because of the way he maneuvered in the air. Like Duke, Clyde Drexler has done some of the same stuff. It doesn't look the same as when Michael Jordan do. Vince Carter has dunked over people, and then you look at Michael Jordan do a dunk over people. It looks more graceful. Dominique Wilkins comes in and dunks over people. When Michael Jordan does it, it looks graceful. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's what makes it different. It's like, oh, this dude is literally floating in the air. Clyde is gliding. Dominique is just power dunking. Don't get it twisted. Vince Carter takes flight, but it's still power. It's like Michael Jordan's hang time with Dominique Wilkins' power. Michael Jordan's just finessed. Like, that's what we as kids wanted to do. We wanted to be finesse. Like, we ain't just want to do it. We wanted to be finesse. Like, blue. Ooh, look at that. The reverse. And you do the clap your hand joint. We wanted that. We wanted that. That was what we did. You know what I mean? We could talk about Michael Jordan forever and never really have to bring up LeBron James. The problem is we have now developed this thing, and again, no disrespect to LeBron, and it's no fault of LeBron. We can't talk about LeBron without now going, does that put him up in, does that make him past Jordan? How he compare to Jordan now? I think now he's past. Let that man be great on his own merits. Let that, we used to just, and I hate saying it because I'm saying it again for the 100th time. It was your time. When you go, oh man, he couldn't pass them Celtics. It was their time. Starting lineup, Hall of Fame. Starting lineup, Hall of Fame. That was it. You ain't, what? Nobody was beating them. Nobody was really beating them. Hall of Fame. Them dudes was ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? That was their time. It was the Lakers' time. Then it was the 76ers' time. Then it was the Pistons' time. Then it became the Bulls' time. Then it was the Rockets' time. Then it was the Bulls' time again. Then it was the Spurs and the Lakers out here just playing pity-pat with the joint. And it was their time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their time. LeBron had his moment, had his time. You know what I'm saying? And then Steph Curry came in and he had his time. It's defined by the era. Like LeBron James had a time. Like LeBron James was that dude for 20. And again, that's how you want to say it that way. He was the dude for 20 years. Salute. He was the dude for 20 years. He was that guy. That was his time. There was going to be another dude who's going to come up in here and run the game ragged and have y'all out here like, who is this dude? This dude is out here. The same way we were kind of thinking that was going to be Curry. We was like when them look, 5 finals, you 3-2. Then a few years later, you get another joint. You 4-2. He was out here eating. And there's going to be younger kids that are going to argue. They think he's better than LeBron. They're not even going to have that conversation about Mike. They're going to go, they think he's better than LeBron. And because they've went head to head 4 times and LeBron came out once, the argument is there. The argument is there. These young kids don't care nothing about that GOAT conversation with LeBron and Mike. They're going to be like, yo, Curry was out here spanking, son. And you've seen the rumbles. Every once in a while, the rumble pop up. And no LeBron sexual can battle it. They'll be like, oh, that's because he had KD. But, yeah. Okay. Still won. Y'all out here talking about KD won't jack. KD this, KD that. But now y'all using them as an excuse. That's the game, B. That's the game. I'm gonna get off of that, man. I'm done. The Hawks last night. Oh my God, what happened, man? Were they just, did the management team say something to bug people or something, and they were just like, yo, you know what? Whatever, B. We ain't going out there like that, and didn't do nothing. 50-point lead for the Knicks going into halftime. What are we doing? Why are we even having this conversation about the NBA if this is what y'all out here presenting? This is what you look. Charles Barkley was like, man, y'all better turn to TNT. There's a good hockey playoff. And then he looked at the camera because he knew he shouldn't have said that, but he was like, I'm Charles Barkley. That was embarrassing. Adam Silver should have been somewhere trying to figure out what's up with the Hawks and go, yo, I'm about to just strip y'all of y'all team. This right here did not, no, never again. Never again. Ever. That's all I'm going to say about that. While we're here talking about basketball, I'm going to say something else too. Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer. Salute. Hall of Famer Blake Griffith, right? Griffith. Blake. Say it. If you can say it 100 times, it don't sound right. 100 times, it don't sound right. The Detroit Pistons bad boy era has technically 3 Hall of Famers. Dennis Rodman, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars. I say technically because Rodman gets his via the Bulls. That's really where his came from. People kind of don't remember the Spurs debacle. The way things ended out there in San Antonio with Dennis Rodman. Won't nobody really checking for Dennis Rodman. The Bulls management was like, yo, we'll get him. We'll probably need some strength and some endurance. We'll get that dude. And revitalize his whole career. For real. And it wasn't like he was doing anything different. The same person he was in San Antonio was the same person he was in Chicago. The difference is San Antonio culture wasn't cool with that. You know, David Robinson's a Christian and all that. And it just didn't balance out right. You know what I'm saying? And they were tolerable. But there's technically three bad boy dudes in the Hall of Fame. Bill Laimbeer should be in the Hall of Fame. Most of those players should be in the Hall of Fame. Of the bad boy era, should be in the Hall of Fame. When you think about the top 50, top 75, top 50 was just Isaiah Thomas, which was disrespectful. Mo Cheeks, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Parrish, DJ, almost a whole Boston Celtics team. James Worthy, Kareem, Magic. You mean to tell me Joe Dumars or Bill Laimbeer couldn't make that top 50? You mean to tell me while we out here talking about that like that, neither one of them dudes could have made that top 50? Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer. Bill Laimbeer isn't. Bill Laimbeer has a better career than Blake. That's not even up for debate. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about who's the better player. We're talking about who has a better career. When you look at their resume, 2-time champion. You know what I mean? 2-time champion sounds better than slam dunk champion. I'm sorry. That just sounds better. 2 times NBA champion. Multiple dunk champion. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. You see what I'm saying? It don't run like that. Like Derek Fisher could be in the Hall of Fame. Derek Fisher has a better career than Blake Griffin. Like at this point, we're just going who's popular. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy what we're doing right now. I'm not being disrespectful to Blake. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? He's not Charles Barkley, but they're in the same level now. Not Chris Webber. They're on the same level now. At no point am I going to come away going, Blake Griffin is that dude. Never really was my thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't my thing. I don't mean to be disrespectful as I say that. I'm just saying it's what it is. What else? Let's get into the stuff that's going to be really hard to talk about. And I'm glad I did some NBA stuff because that kind of threw my mind off of it a little bit. I don't know how I want to say this, because here's the thing. I'm gonna say all of that stuff for last, and I'm gonna talk about this first. The correspondent dinner that the writers host. There was a shooting. Look, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it the way it's gonna be said, and I stand on it. A staged situation. I got done with the show Saturday and started looking on my phone, and everybody was like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Did y'all hear about what happened? Oh my God. The first clip I saw, somebody rolled up on Trump and they were showing him a piece of paper. They let him read something. Boom, boom, boom. The shot's fired. There's a woman in beige, cream colored joint, whatever. She ducks, grabs her purse like she's about to put the bounce on it. Looks over, nobody's moving, so she kind of relaxes a little bit, like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, On one side, you can see that they'd have moved Vance. Then they move our president, which is reverse. It's reverse. I'm sorry. Everybody in here knows that's not how that goes. The president is first and foremost. Your man's get it. You know what I mean? Your man's get in where he fit in. That's just how that go. Ain't nobody out here playing right. Again, the video I saw when I heard the shots. Oh yeah, it feels like if you're not paying attention, you just assume somebody popped balloons. All right, cool. But Shorty was clutching like, and realized ain't nobody else moved, so she ain't moved. Then they moved. Obama was president for 8 years. And as I say this, unless we're unaware and the secret agents out there in the world, the FBI, the CIA, have all apprehended anybody who thought to roll up in a public event, in a public place, in a public setting, that Obama was there and chose to try to do something. They were already stopped before it got that far. Salute to those people. Those people deserve all the money that they got. 8 years, and we never saw nothing like that. We never heard. There was never no gunshots around. There was no, you know what I mean? There was no let's swarm son and get him out the way. Nothing. And this president has had 3 attempts on his life, supposedly. And yeah, at this point, I'm starting to say supposedly, because can't that many people just not know how to hit nobody. And I'm not even wishing death on him. That's not my point. My point is something's wrong. Like, you can get away with that once, but twice, and then in another place, public setting, and joints pop off and people move slow. They moved the vice president before they came and got you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not into all the conspiracy theories, but I am into understanding what I understand. And when people are being told, hey, you need to watch out because don't nobody know what's about to jump off, and, you know what I'm saying, things about to get crazy. Oops, let's cut that feed off. Shorty up here talking about, yeah, shots will be fired. And don't get it twisted. That could have been her just trying to sound like she was with the happening crowd. She was with the cool kids. Because that's what we say. Shots fired. Somebody catching strays. Yeah, she was trying to be down. Let's just, you know what I mean? Let's even let that one go. When the guy that you catch was part of when the guy that you apprehend was part of a program with J.D. Vance's wife about 10 years or so ago, things look weird. It stops being coincidental. Now we just can't just overlook everything. And then whatever happened to him? What happened? Like, I don't even know. We talked about it, and then we started moving on to other stuff. All of a sudden it became, I can't stand what Jimmy Kimmel said. Like, how did we get from, dude, somebody was popping shots at you, to Jimmy Kimmel? How did we get from, dude, somebody was popping shots at you, to I need a ballroom? And the people are like, it still wouldn't have been at the ballroom. This is our thing. You would have had it wherever we are. That's what we do. This ain't got nothing to do with the White House. This is us. Trump is a mastermind in advertising. I told y'all that when he was president the first time. Everything that he does is for aesthetics. It's all about visuals. You know what I mean? And when the numbers look funny, this is what he resorted to. They don't want to talk about the fact that they watering down our gas. You know what I'm saying? And the price is even higher with the watered down gas. You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about how these prices are not even going down. You know, there are grocery stores, and I say this for every grocery, because a lot of these grocery stores now are doing the digital tags, right? And they're going through the thing where when there's a flux of customers, the price will go up. When it's a slow moment, the price will go down. You'll never know. Most people probably won't even pay attention unless you're actually watching it change and you go, oh snap, oh, did this just change on me? Could you imagine 4 o'clock is when they started to raise the prices, and you got there like 3:30 ish shop, and everything you got was whatever you got was like $3.89. By the time you get to the register, it's $5.22. You're like, hold on, B. No. This is $3.89. It's $5.22. Then you go back and you're like, when did that happen? When did that happen? Like, you're going to have to start taking pictures because the price will just change on you. Like, nah, I'm getting it for what it was. You see the timestamp? Yeah, I'm not paying no new price. This is what it was when I walked in the store. Y'all better give me mine. And if you do that enough, they'll stop. They'll stop. Target's going to stop. Walmart's going to stop. Myers is going to stop. Kroger is going to stop. Food Lion is going to stop. Hy-B is going to stop. They're going to stop. They're going to stop. Why? Because they're like, oh, I can't win that conversation. And if you take them to court, nobody wants to go to court for that stupidness. You know what I mean? That's silliness. Nobody wants to go to court for that. Nobody wants to actually go. But yeah, if he walked in and it was this much and they took a picture of it because you guys raising the price, you're going to have to give them that for that. When it's going to be some sympathetic judge that's going to go for the people. Yeah, maybe y'all should stop doing that. We are in a weird space. This where we are right now as a country, not the world, as America. We are consistently trying to insult the intelligence of our citizens. We are downplaying, underpaying our citizens consistently. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's because the loudest people are the dumbest people. The people who make the most noise and complain the loudest are the dumbest people. You know what I'm saying? I saw a joint where Ramaswamy, one of the ads came up. Ramaswamy's like, I'm against sex traffickers, and I want to do this and this and this. Just, you know what I'm saying? Stop sex trafficking, and I hope they get prosecuted to the fullest. And then you go, hey, what's your stance on the Epstein files? It varies. Depending on the month, depending on the situation. Sometimes he's down, like, yeah, they should be posted. We should, and everybody should be prosecuted, and we should know who's in it. And then there's times he's like, I don't think I'm qualified to speak on that. Why not? You're human. You have children. Why not? We're different. And we're getting out of hand. What happened in Louisiana is a slap in the face of everybody. Not just Calvin Duncan, who lost a position that he won through election. 68% of the people was like, yeah, that's our guy. And then they was like, nah, you know what? This don't even exist anymore. There you go. What are you gonna do? They voted to eliminate the spot. Stop and think about that. Louisiana was like, nah, son, we ain't gonna take that. My man wins a seat. And then the Louisiana Senate passes a bill to eliminate the joint before he can even get into office. What you gonna do, B? What you gonna do? This is what we're talking about. They're already peeling back. They've decimated. They've dissected. They've destroyed. They've picked apart the Voting Act. You know what I'm saying? They're saying now, they're using, as white people like to say, reverse racism. They're using reverse racism, saying, hey, it would be more racially divisive to have gerrymandering to pull together black people. So no, we're going to break everything up. We're going to move everything around. We're going to dissect things. We're going to restructure the way this works. At the end of the day, let me pull back for a minute. It's never about whether or not I have black representation. It's, are you really representing my area? You know what I'm saying? I'm from downtown Newport News, East End. You know what I'm saying? Newsom Park. Somebody who lives on the other side of Mercury, who lives closer to Carver and Hines, who may even live even further closer to Warwick High School and what used to be Ferguson, has no idea what goes on by what, I don't even know if Petla Village still exists, by Petla Village. They don't have no idea what the roads look like, what the conditions look like, what goes down there. They don't know, oh, there's no grocery stores in this 6 to 7 block radius. But they were voted in because all of a sudden now our votes don't have anybody that represents us for our actual area. They've now erased that. So for us to vote, we have to vote between one of these people. And not only that, because the other side of it is, have your people jump. Right? You would think, okay, they restructured. Yeah, have your people jump. Make it a harder election, but they're not. Because also, it makes it harder for you to vote. They're now taking away get your registration the day of. They're taking that away. They don't want you to mail in votes. But we're just stopping so much to discourage people from voting. The people that we don't want to vote. Like in a minute, they'll just take the whole thing away. Be like, yeah, y'all might not even need to vote. We good. We are in a war. For all the black people who act like they didn't see this coming and voted for Trump. All this, ooh, I told you so, and this is what we... No. You look at them and you go, thank you. Don't know. Just thank you. Don't have no conversation with them. Thank you. And you nod and you walk off. They were deceived and they believed that everything would be fair. There are black people who want to believe in fairness. Don't get it twisted. They don't believe that we should be judged on our race, where we live, what we make. If I get promoted, I got promoted because I did a good job. They believe that. And for a lot of us, that is the case. And then there's times where it was because we needed to fill out the diversity thing. Don't get it twisted. It hurts when you come away feeling like that. Like, imagine having a job and then somebody hits you and you realize like, yo, I might have got this job not because I'm qualified, but because I had to fill out the quota. It's a hard pill to swallow. And a lot of people don't want to believe that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start believing that, you give merit to Charlie Kirk, rest in peace, his theory. That's how he didn't get into college, and that's how people are losing their jobs, and now you make that a thing. But at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. Most people get the job because they're qualified. You know what I mean? And nothing is worse to some of these people than to be a qualified person of color and get that gig. Because now they have to figure out what makes you better than them. Not understanding that even if you're somebody who never was directly told racism, and it might have been, hey, make sure you study hard, make sure you do your thing, make sure you become the best at what you do. They mean that because they understand you have to be 2 times, 3 times, 4 times better than your white counterpart. All it takes is just the smallest little joint for them to disqualify you. And you're probably just going to accept it because, you saw what that was. Like, oh, yeah, I wasn't that good in that, but I get it. And go. But you excelled in everything else. You know what I'm saying? If that person got 80, you was out here at 120 on everything else. But that one joint, you was 70. And they was still at 80. And that's what they... there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, we gave it to him because, he was steady across the board. And you accepted that. You ate that. You were like, that sounds about right. And then somebody in your ear going, hold on, so you was 120, 120, 120, 120, 75. Yeah. And he was 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Yeah. You was better than him except for one joint. They disqualified you for that one joint. You know what I mean? What can you do? All right. If you say so. You know what I mean? People like that. Our country is trying to when people say stop trying to live in the past, the country steady tries to go back to the past. I've been saying this since I was a teen. And I continue to say it. The end of slavery was supposed to be the end of the book. New book, new beginning. Old Testament, New Testament. The problem is the end of slavery was nothing more than an end of a chapter. Here's the new chapter of the same book. The book is America is Racist. We can't get out of that book. We can't write the end of that book because there's still people who believe that we shouldn't be where we are. There are people who believe that they are the more superior. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing, and we can't get out of it. We can't move it. And a lot of times it's not your neighbor. It's not your teachers. It's not the police officers. It's not the judge. It's not the doctors. It's these millionaires and billionaires who control everything. One of the things that seemed to really be resurrected during the Michael biopic is the fact that Michael had the target on his head because he became the most powerful person in the music industry. We was out here buying up everybody's catalog. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until he got ready to buy up some other stuff that all the accusations really started popping off. We are different. There is a thing in this country. You know what I'm saying? There is a thing in this country where we're not supposed to be. Where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said a while back with the kid walking in the neighborhood and they rolled up on him. Like, where you from? Yeah. TV, stereotypes, subconscious racial discrimination has people believe they think they know about us. Have people believe they think they know about the Spanish people. Have people believe they think they know about this group of people, those group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's why they can easily, in a heartbeat, go, I don't trust no trans person in the bathroom. And their brothers out here fondling their sons and daughters. Their brother, the brother-in-law, the uncle is out here fondling the family, but you worried about Shemica over there. You know what I'm saying? Who used to be Tony. Now she's Shemica. And you like, I don't want her going up in the woman's bathroom and touching on my daughter. Uncle's out here done gave your daughter herpes. You know, what we talking about? I'm just saying. Perception. It's these weird inner fears. The reality is so much darker than your inner fears. The average person gets murdered by somebody they know. You know what I'm saying? You walking down the street and there's a brother walking behind you. He ain't thinking nothing about you. He on the phone trying to figure out what he gonna do for the rest later on for the night. You huffing and puffing. You know, boop, boop, I think I'm in danger. There's a black man following me. He got hemmed up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You go home later that night. Ex-boyfriend done killed you. Now you on the news and they like, yo, they thought you was gonna do something. She was still murdered, son. And then they find out it was her ex-boyfriend, Wally, who hadn't seen her for 5 years. I don't even know why he was still obsessed. He done messed around and moved to a whole nother state to follow and stalk this woman. Wally. You know what I mean? We're different. America loves to stay in this dream like state of what they think America should be. And trust me, I'm against the melting pot conversation. I'm against the melting pot mythology, the theory of a melting pot. Because what happens with a melting pot is whatever is the most, everything else falls into it. You see what I'm saying? When that pasta sauce is in there, everything gets to taste like pasta sauce. If you put a lot of onions, everything in there, you can taste the garlic and the onions. I smell the garlic and the onions. You don't smell the roast beef anymore. It's just, boy, you put a lot of garlic up in that. the melting pot. America is not a melting pot. America should be the most diverse, beautiful place on the planet. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said in the 20s when they were letting all those Europeans come over here. Bring your poor, bring you this, bring you that. Native Americans kinda have gotten over what happened with their history. Black people could, if it wasn't for the fact always thrown in our face by way of votes and new discriminative laws and loopholes, could easily get over what would happen to our past and our past. Because the Italians did, the Irish did, the Jews did. Mainly because at some point America was like, hey, yeah, never mind. You guys look like us, so we're all one big party. We're all cool. Come on through. If you took the time to just do that with everybody, this would be a great country. We make too much money to have homeless people. We make too much money to have sick people. We have too much money to have hungry people. I was at Kroger's is doing it. Walmart's doing it. Some other place was doing it. This thing about donating to the homeless, not the homeless, the hungry. And when you buy something, the money goes to the hungry. And they're trying to raise money for the hungry. These billion-dollar industries are looking to raise money for the hungry. McDonald's throws food away like it ain't nothing but a thing. I remember 7th grade, my homie asked me, yo, you want a pizza? I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking he about to go somewhere and buy a pizza. We go to the back of the building. He dumpster diving for boxes of pizza. I'm like, yeah, bro, it ain't gonna never be that. We good, bro. Nah, I'm saying, son, they still in the box. Ain't no boxes open. They still in the box. I'm like, that's real homelessly right there. That's homeless vibes right there. Like, that's real savagery. I'm good, B. We're good. Ain't gonna be having me out here. Nah, son. Just my luck. I come out the dumpster and it's a chick I'm cool on to go see me. This Negro done went in the dumpster for some pizza. Now I got to lay that up in school. Nah, son. You ain't gonna catch me out here like that. No, nah. Yeah, girl. I saw him up in the dumpster trying to get some pizza. Broke motherfucker. Now I'm the trash man. All of a sudden I'm garbage man now. Nah, I'm alright, baby. Nah, you ain't gonna have me out here like that. Nope. Just my luck to be somebody who know my mama. What you up in that? Now they gonna talk crazy about my mama and yeah, they down so bad. That boy was up in the dumpster trying to get some pizza for the family. Now my mama looking at me. Was you going in the dumpster for some pizza? Huh? No, not huh? If you can you can hear. Were you in the dumpster for some pizza? No, see, old boy was with me and he was like, yo, you want some pizza? I was like, yeah, but this is how you gotta get the pizza. These people is out here thinking we ain't got no money. Got church people coming up in here bringing plates and bowls and all kind of Tupperware trying to feed us. By the way, it smell good. I ain't giving none of the food back. We good. We about to eat this. But what you gonna have to go down there to that church and let them know why you was doing that. Gonna have us out here acting like we ain't got no money. But my mama, they laid you off. We really kind of don't have no money. Ain't the bills paid? Yeah. Roof over your head? Yeah. Water on? Yeah. Cable on? Yeah. Phone on? Yeah. But we had beans for like 6 days straight. You ate, didn't you? Yeah. Don't you be up in no trash can out here trying to get no pizza. Wrong with you. Got these people out here thinking we ain't got no food. We got beans. We got food. What's wrong with you? Boy, look, my peoples would have been wow and woo. But we have that money. We have, as a government. We have the money. Companies throw food away. We have the money. We have the means, and we choose not to. And then we ask other people to donate. We ask other people to donate. They just took money from something and put it to the defense to the ICE joint, right? They move money around to give more money to the ICE, and then they move more money around for the war, right? You can't take that money and move money around to figure out how to feed and house people, citizens. And they go, well, if they wanted to, they could do it. They really can't. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than trying to get back on your feet and find yourself in this weird loop conundrum of, I can't hire you because you don't have a place. I can't house you because you don't have a job. How does that work? I can't get a job because I don't have a residency. I can't get a place to live because I don't have a job. You go to the temp people, they're saying, hey, where do you live? Right now I ain't got no place. We can't do nothing for you, bruh. Then you got to go into a program. And some places even go, do you live with somebody? We just need it. And some places are really cool about wanting to hire you. Well, do you have can you put an address down? Brother, sister, cousin, ex-girlfriend, mama. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Some places will do that. Now you have a job. You work that job for about 6 months to a year. You go over to try to get a place to live. The problem then becomes you don't make enough. Every apartment place wants you to make 3 times what the rent is. Rent for this 1-bedroom apartment is $1,800. $1,800. Woof. 3 times $1,800. Y'all know what that is? $5,400. They want you to make $5,400 working at the hotel, working at Target, working at Walmart, working at Chick-fil-A, working at McDonald's. They want you to make $5,400 in a month working at the nursing home. And that's just for the rent. Because the rent's $1,800. And that's just as a single man, by the way. That's a single man. Imagine being a single parent. I'm not saying mother, I'm saying parent. Then you need a 2-bedroom or you need a 3-bedroom. 18 was for the single joint. You want you a 3-bedroom. Ooh wee. We talking $2,300. They want $2,300. They say as of 2026 of May, prices by location have options ranging from $1,500 to $2,300. $2,300 times 3, because that's what they want you to make. Now, where are you working that is pulling in $7,000 a month? Papa got to pull out the OnlyFans. I ain't saying mama. I'm gonna keep it. We gonna go all over. Parents gonna have to pull out the OnlyFans. You gonna have to get the showing out and make sure that, you know what I'm saying. You gonna have to do. It ain't enough content creating, and you gonna, especially if you want to start from the bottom. You got to do it. You got dudes out here trying to live off of side hustles. Dudes is living off of side. Like, I know a dude. That's all he do. He do the DoorDash. He do the Cold Spark joint. He do the Uber thing. He be trying to do anything but just get a job. Like, dog, just get a job. Nah, man, I make this much and I do this much here and I do. But how much is you paying? And but then if your car get messed up, they ain't even really trying to rock with you. Yeah, the car insurance people don't want to rock with you. Yeah. I'm just saying, that's a bridge I'm gonna have to cross when I get to it. The struggle is real. Dudes is out here with super side hustles. Dudes is out here trying to do a million things because the cost of living has exceeded the realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? 3-bedroom apartment, anywhere from $1,500, $1,800 to $2,300. What? And a lot of these, by the way, they love, people go, man, well, I mean, that's when you're trying to get you a nice, nah, son, this is the hood. Everybody been in the hood when and they ain't did nothing. Your apartment still looks, they came in with a fresh coat of paint. It's still the same space. They ain't give you no new AC. They ain't work on the conditions of the central heat. You know what I'm saying? They ain't knock a couple walls down to make something bigger. No, it's the same joint with a chandelier joint and the fan joint going on for your dining room joint. That's it. You got the fan lamp, and you think you sparkling there. We sparkling all of a sudden. Ooh, nah. This joint got hardwood floors. That ain't $2,300. That ain't worth $2,300, bro. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? The bedrooms are still the same size. The bathroom is still the same size. The kitchen is still small. What are we talking about, man? What are we doing? What is going on? Our country is wild right now. We are in a different place. And politically, you're now telling us we don't have the means to vote for what would be in our betterment. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if the person looks like me. Just know what my situation is and go, I want to help you. I can help you. Vote me in and I can help you. Some people don't care. That's how you got people who like they were talking about they I forgot where it was, and they let go and they went out here and was like, yo, everybody on that city council got to go because y'all was out here voting for the data center. They did that. That's what I'm saying. We need people to make the proper decisions. The Supreme Court ruling destroys everything. You know what I'm saying? And I know people are going, oh, y'all just hyperbolically panicking. No. Nobody's hyperbolically panicking about any of this. This is really what's going to happen. Look at what happened with DEI. As soon as the president was like, yeah, son, we killing that. Target. Y'all remember that? That was where the protest started. Target was like, yeah, cool. Bloop, we cut that. If you felt like the only reason you were doing it was because it was the law, and then you don't have to do it, and you go, move on. That means that was always the vibe in the beginning. That's why a lot of these people are losing their jobs. Women of color, not just black women of color are losing their jobs and positions. That's why in the military, they moved one brother out and then just threw in a dude. And the whiteness of people was, well, everybody deserves a chance. Hold on. So what about his chance? Well, I mean, that's DEI, but it was a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. Because of DEI, because of affirmative action, he was allowed to be given the chance, if that's what you so believe, right? But that's different. Because it's never about chances. It's about familiarity. Familiarity. You know what I mean? I messed it up. That's what it's about. They look like us. I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that. He didn't make me feel comfortable. First of all, you didn't even know who this dude was. You had no idea about this job. You had no idea about who this was until our government made it an issue to get rid of him. Before that, you couldn't have pointed out who ran that position and sat just a bunch of brothers and a bunch of men at the table, and you would have pointed to every white dude before you had pointed to the black man who actually held that position. Out of familiarity. An assumption. You just assumed that person would look like you. America has a face, and that face has been the same face. The faces that we want to see. The problem is, the reality is, those faces change. That Supreme Court looks totally different as time went by. Back in the day, we were nothing but white dudes. Now when you look, there's a Hispanic woman, there's a black woman, there's a black man. It's different now. They would love it to go back to just a bunch of white dudes. They would love it to walk up into Congress and Senate and all of this and see nothing but old white dudes. Our country is so diverse now, it shouldn't be that. That was my issue when Hillary lost. Because when Hillary lost, and then they went to run it back again for when Donald Trump thought he was going to get the second term, then it went right back. Our presidential campaign, our presidential nominees went back to the same old white dudes. Our presidential campaign went back to something that this country is used to, and that's old white dudes. Our country is ready to just be diverse. We had a black president. We were like, we ain't gonna do this joint with a woman black president. And we definitely ain't gonna do this joint with a black woman president. And look where we are. Because we, the people, chose to vote the way we did. These people figure, oh, that's what y'all want. Y'all just want white people to run this. All right, cool. Let's make some things happen where we can give you what you want. And then y'all upset. We are upset. People are upset. And we don't know where to go with it. You know what I mean? I could speak about it eloquently, but I choose not to. Because I'm more frustrated than anything. And frustration is what I really rather just be when I speak about this. Because it hurts the heart to understand that as much as we love to downplay racism, racism is always in our face playing. Racism is always in our face, showcasing itself like a woman with big breasts and a tight sweater. You know what I'm saying? As much as we like to try to act like, nah, sir, you over exaggerating. It's right there. Like, hey, look at this. Out here just turning around, making the booty clap. And we just like, nah, son. We have to get over the hump. We can't get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? For all the no king rallies out there, those people still also voted for Trump. A lot of those people voted for Trump. There's no way that when they show those no king rallies and it's swamped all over the country, streets are flooded with all these people all over the country, there's no way to go, Harris shouldn't have been president. People didn't vote, or they voted the opposite way. These streets were flooded the last time they did that. Everywhere you looked, it was everywhere you looked. It's not enough Latinos for Trump in the world, Hispanics for Trumps in the world. It ain't enough black brothers in the world going, I can't let the Democratic Party tell me who I should or shouldn't vote for in the world. That woman shouldn't have became president. All those people you see out there in those joints, they didn't vote for her. It's as simple as that. Something in them made them not vote for her. For Harris. Just, you know what I mean? There's no way when you look out there and you see those videos, pull up those clips if you like, and you see how flooded these streets are. And they're telling you the numbers. And then you add all these numbers together and then you look at what her vote was. And you're like, no. And that's just the percentage of the people who actually took the time to go. That's not even counting the people who we know were pro Kamala Harris, but they didn't go to any of this stuff. There is something inherently wrong. There is a familiarity that we like. We can't get over that hump. We did it once and we went right back to what we know. We have to learn how to get over it. If there's something we got to get over, that's what we got to get over. We got to get over the fact that this country is a lot more diverse than we would love to think it is. It can't just keep being white dudes all the time. You know what I'm saying? Give me a gay person. Give me a trans person. If a trans person comes up to the podium and go, yo, I have a way to raise wages, have a better healthcare system, bring better schools, feed the hungry, and house the homeless. I don't care what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? You can talk all the craziness you want about her. If she has a plan, I'm there. Anyway, I'm done. I'm a James Wormley. I don't know why I want to say Wormley. I think I even say Wormley on the thing. Wormley just sounds cool. Wormley just sounds like a little conniving dude. What's the dude? What was the joint? Remember Recess? It was a cartoon Disney joint. Recess. It had the black dude with the flat top and the jersey on. It had the Spinelli broad. You know what I'm saying? Who in my head I thought that was Leah. What's her name? From what's the joint? King of Queens. I thought that was her. I figured that would have been a little voiced by her or somebody. Like if they did a reenactment of them as adults, she would have had to be her. And the one dude looked like he was the head dude, the with the cap pushed to the back. Whoop. Yeah, Recess. What am I talking about? It's a dude who looks like Mo, but a younger version of Mo from The Simpsons. He looked like his last name should be Wormley. It's Weasley or something though, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. But when I hear Wormley, I just think this is the dude you can't talk to. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, son. You might put my business out there. Hey, I plan on doing this and this and the third. Is that so? That's how the voice would be. Is that so? Hey, you know what I mean? Just be hanging out in the cut behind corners and air hustling. You know what I'm saying? Type of dude who just rubs his hands together for no matter what. Man, it sure is cold outside today, man. It's May 1st. Why is it so cold? And he just rubbing his hand. It's the weather. And you just don't trust him, man. He's like, women think he's creepy. You know what I mean? Brother end up being like 50 and then ain't never had a sniff of a woman's body. You know what I'm saying? He be trying to buy it and shorty just be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go in the house and just say, what? You been out here all day. You know, how much you charging? I gotta go feed my kids. He can't even get the prostitutes to rock with him. He just, you know what I mean? He out here doing. He the type of dude who, what's the joint? We got to pay OnlyFans, and they be like, yo, I want to see you face to face, and they be like, ooh, hey, bloop, and they just cut off on him like, yeah, I don't know, no, don't accept no money. He up here trying to send money, and she's sending it back. Bloop, 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 take that back. I don't want nothing from you, yo. I'm good. Matter of fact, you gonna be the reason why I go ahead and start really trying to be a nurse. I'm gonna take this nurse outfit off and just go get me a real job right now. Boom. Nancy a real nurse somewhere just hanging out. You know what I mean? Everybody up here in the hospital just happy when she come through. Like dudes is trying to dudes be out here trying to adjust themselves in the bed when she, hey, I gotta take your pulse. Okay. And she's just like, why are you, what in the world? Hey, my heart good, and as you see, everything else is working too. How your life is? Why you a nurse all of a sudden? I remember you from OnlyFans. Yeah, well, you know, I gotta get a real job. Sometimes all money ain't good money. It's that Wormley dude, wasn't he? I saw him when he was hitting you up. He put about 6-7 stacks up in your joint in 30 minutes, and you just gave it back. Yeah. All money ain't good money, huh? Hey, I'm gonna be out in a couple of days. I got checks I ain't even cashed yet. Oh my God, I'm good, sir. You sure? Alright. Wormley, that kid back in the day when you was in school that the teachers didn't even like, so they just walk out and hope somebody punch you in your face. That happens. Look, let's keep it a buck. That happens. There was a brother, I knew him, and I'm not going to say his name, 7th grade. Nobody liked him. Our teacher purposely left. He was wilding out, and everybody wanted to, like, yo, teacher left. I know I punched him in the face. And another dude punched him in the face. And the teacher comes back, and he looks over. And he goes, so everybody ready to start doing something else now? And we did. My man had the whole side of his joint was swole. Teacher acted like he didn't even notice it. We ended up being cool with that dude, because by the second semester, he was going blind. And come to find out, a lot of what his attitude was because he knew he was going blind and he couldn't see, and that was him lashing out. So now everybody felt bad. Everybody like, oh man, and I punched that dude in his face. I kneed him in his nose. I took his books. I saw him throw some pizza away, and I went in the garbage can and took his pizza out the garbage can and ate that. Dog, you in this dumpster diving for pizza, got to stop, bro. Ain't nobody asked for all that. I'm wrong for everything I'm saying. I know I am, but we was young and dumb. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I don't even know where I'm going now. Wormley. Yes, James Wormley. My bad. Let's get into what we do. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. I just saw my joint the other day, and it was like, salute to Vietnam. Salute to what was the other one? Cuba, Vietnam, Cuba, South Korea. Salute. Angola, Uganda. The top 5 countries in a 30-day period. So salute to y'all. Or if you're VPN all over the place, salute to you. But I doubt it, because they actually had cities and everything too. So salute to that. Salute to. It's dope that the world is listening. I don't even know if there's a translator or something, because I know when I get into a ramble and start just saying some wild off the wall stuff, maybe it might not translate well for as an American, and you be like, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe. But if you do know what I'm talking about, cool. 1 2 1 2. This is why we do what we do. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. Let's get into what we do. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Look, let me tell y'all something. I know over 10 years ago, I made a mix, slow jam joint one of my Sunday joints, and it was the OJs versus Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Man, look. Woo. I gotta find that, because I don't think I posted it on nothing else. I gotta repost that. That joint has to be reposted. Just listening to them, and then listening to the Harold Melvin, man, that brother. And the Blue Notes. Y'all know who we talking about. Teddy Pendergrass and them. Hey, totally on subject, but not quite. Y'all ever look at a picture of old Harold Melvin and then go find you like he looked like Stephen A. Smith's daddy? They got kind of like the same, you know what I mean? But anyway, that ain't what we here to do. You know what I mean? Y'all know how I get down. I don't know. But these slow jams, these them joints, son. These them joints. These them joints. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to stay in a, you know. But yeah, man. Not for us though. Like if you was out here trying to be all smooth on the shorty growing up and you threw these on, nah. They mama gonna move you out the way. Move, girl. He act like he's sophisticated. Ooh, you act like you grown. Let me see what you doing. What you know about that? You be like, huh? You know, every once in a while you be like, huh. That's when you play dumb again. Like for me. Look, I'm gonna tell another story. Totally
crazy. This is a crazy one. 8th grade, summertime. My man's mama babysitted this dude who was in 5th grade. Crazy, right? Like, first of all, I was always on my own from I can't remember when. You know what I'm saying? Rule 1, don't let nobody in. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Either you answer the door or you don't answer the door. But you better not let nobody in here. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, my dad one time came through. I know I'm off topic, but I'm just saying. My dad came through one time. Boom, 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 boom. Huh? Hey, your mom at home? Nah. I forgot my stuff. Okay. What you mean, okay? She said don't let nobody in. Boy, I got to get my stuff. You gonna have to come back later. Bring the beat back. Man, he comes back later by that time. My mom's like, you told him don't open the door for nobody. I live here. You didn't have your key. That was the point. I didn't have a key. There you go. He did his job. You know what I mean? He just gave me that look. I will. Hey, boy. Keep it right. Keep it. Back to what I was talking about, though. Anyway, babysitting. So he babysitted this dude. I can't even think of this dude's name. Little dude. His mama. Oh, my God. Phyllis something. I cannot think of her name. The dark-skinned, beautiful woman on Malcolm X movie with Denzel that worked at the bar. Put her face on Stephanie Mills' body from Putting a Rush on Me video. Put her skin tone and this woman's face on Stephanie Mills' body from You Putting a Rush on Me. I don't know nothing else that she was in, but it was showing her body off like that. But and she would always wear these low cut everythings, right? I'm gonna tell y'all now. I wanted to be taken advantage of. I did. Cause she would get drunk and she would come, like, especially summertime. So you're out a little later. And she'd come back about like 10, 11, gone. Or she's coming out the house about 10 or 11, going. Bring the beat back. Oh, there he go. Hey. Hug on me. Face all up on some stuff. Huh? Boy, look at you. How old you is? Tell her. She was like, you're gonna have to wait for me when you get, I'm gonna get you 17. And I'm just like, yeah, son. Boy, and would just hover around, breath smelling like alcohol, but was so beautiful and put together. She just, I just be like, one time. Hey, one time, I forgot what happened, but she was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to lift me up, because they lived on the 2nd floor, so she was like, had to step on the stairs and then lift up so she can get on the side of the joint, because she left her key. Boom, I'm lifting, just all up in my face. Bumping me, just bumping me, blap, blap, blap. I'm like, man. She gets in. She's like, hey, go get my kid. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, she in the house now. Okay. He comes back out. She wants to give you something. Can you come upstairs to the house? She wants to give you something. Man, little 8th grade me, thinking it's gonna be cracking. Yeah, good deeds lead to good things. Man, I get in there. She gave me like $5. But I will say this. She changed fast. She had on one of them robes. Her boob was halfway out. You know what I'm saying? See a little bit of the underwear. I was like, yeah, son. They moved. They went to Baltimore, D.C. somewhere. They went out that way. I was heartbroken till school started. Anyway, now I just feel weird that I was out here talking about wanting to be taken advantage of. I don't care though. I did. That was me, son. I was out here like, yo, please. But anyway, let's do it like this. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment in Black history. My bad, y'all. We're going to talk about James Wormley, and he had the Wormley Hotel. Hotel, motel, not a holiday. In fact, I'm back. What's up, Black? You put in a rush on me. I wanted to be rushed. Anyway, what now we talking about? James Wormley, free born black man in 1819 as we out there in DC. His peoples, the thing is, they thought that they were like Native Americans, but they weren't. They were black. They just was like, they looked that way. So they got a little, you know what I mean, get down. They had it popping. You know what I'm saying? He was driving a carriage for his father back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now, his father owned what they called a livery out there by the Willard Hotel. So it was like boom, boom, boom. In 1855, my man opened up a boarding house in 1871. You know what I'm saying? Wormley, I don't know why I was about to say Wembley. Wormley was instrumental in getting the Congress to fund the city's first public elementary school for black students, you know what I'm saying, the summer school. And it, you know what I'm saying, and he did his thing. The Wormley Hotel sat out there on the southwest corner of 15th and 8th Street. 8th Street. I don't know why I said street. 8th Street. You know what I'm saying? It was the dopest thing. It was also the site of the Wormley Agreement, which resolved the dispute during the presidential election of 1876. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we get down. This is how we do. Now the hotel itself, that's a whole nother joint. You know what I mean? Because it was the first of its kind. And it was like, yo, boom, how do you do this? Now, when he died in 1884, his son took over till his son sold the joint in 1893. The hotel was then demolished, you know what I'm saying? And the Union Trust Company built on its site in 1906. Son didn't understand the historic value of his family. Son, they had a livery. I don't know, to be honest, that's just basically like a little spot, you know what I'm saying, for the black people. When the white people go to their hotel and they got their peoples with them, yo, y'all can't come up in here. Go over there to the livery. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go kick it with them. You know what I mean? And then his son, Wormley Hotel, comes to fruition. It's a thing, man. And then he passes, and his son is like, that money looking real good. Forget that legacy, Pops. I sold it. Sometimes it's just, they don't know. They don't know what they got. And you know he had a wife and they had kids, and the wife was telling the kids as the daddy was going, yeah, you know your granddaddy used to hold a whole hotel. You see what that is right there? That was a hotel. My daddy's hotel. Especially when they got older, they were like, you just sold that joint. We could have had he gave you the hotel. It was passed down. We could have a legacy. I needed the money, bro. You don't understand. It's hard out here being black and broke in DC in the early 1900s. 1930, like the stock market had just crashed. 1929. It's 1933. I need this money, B. I need this money. Don't play with me. Go talk to somebody else. You upset? Go talk over there. You know what I mean? Don't holler at me. You don't know what you had food on your table, didn't you? Huh? Had a roof over your head. You had clothes on your back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the coolest shoes are in the early 1900s, you had that. Yeah. Don't holler at me about some legacy. Legacy is making sure that you and your family survive. You got kids. Are y'all living in my house right now? Because times is tough, son. Huh? What? Out here huffing and puffing. You know what I'm saying? Are there any Wormleys in the DC area? Salute if they are. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it wasn't no daughters who messed around and then, then they listen to something like this, like, my great-great-granddaddy was out here with a whole hotel. That's crazy. What could have been? Life, son. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get ready to get back into this music. Legal Crime Radio. Y'all know how we do. Let's get down how we do. And yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You know how we do. We always end the joint off with that. You know what I mean? But anyway, what we talking about? I'ma holler at y'all Saturday. Hopefully, I would have seen the Michael Jackson movie and everything have been cool. I know the Rotten Tomato joints is like super low and people hating on it, but we gonna find out. If y'all gonna find out, we all gonna find out, right? But anyway, Saturday, I don't know what we doing. It's gonna, right? Yeah, we gonna have fun. We gonna do what we do like we always do. And yeah, man, enjoy life. I know I messed up on that, but anyway, enjoy life, man. This is what we do. We always out here rocking. We always out here doing. I feel like I slowed it down. I feel like it's a little somber, but I'm just not. I'm just out here. The songs, man, they get you in that point, man. Sometimes you be like, ugh. See, I was all like, I want to, when Johnny Gill was on, I was like, But then, you get the Gladys Knight joint. You get my man doing the say amen. You can't be out here like, Ain't nobody, to somebody talking about some say amen. Now, with that being said, you do want somebody somewhere to be going, oh, God, ooh, but yeah, not to that. Wednesday nights, baby. Anyway, 1 for the money, 2 for the shizzo. I'ma let y'all know it's about time for me to get zo. Don't know who playing in the playoffs. I know that was not how it's supposed to go. I would look, but I don't care for real. This shit ain't, all these streaming channels messing my playoff mentality up. And I know I'm over time, and I'm about to say it like this. One time from the mind, don't you put baby in the corner. Don't you put me in the corner. Like, 1, 2, what we gonna do? Doing what we gotta do. This is how we gotta do. They say you only live once. That is a lie. You only die once. So anytime that yo God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.